first couple times you tried it and you were going so slow that you ended up just tippy-toeing and walking
That's because I was scared.
I understand.
Yeah. Okay.
Sometimes, and specifically, so if you're on a hill and you have to travel sideways on the hill.
Yeah.
So I'm going this way, but the hill's going like this.
Push yourself more in like
which is what you have to do on this hill right here. You do it sideways.
Yeah.
So it can be tricky to stop at a time like that. So like if you're on a side hill like that and you have to go through it,
yeah.
that's a hard time to stop and get your foot down. One, you really don't want to go on the low side because then the bike's going to feel like it's a foot taller normally because of the hill.
Yeah.
So the hill's going to mean that you really only got one side
So you
to get your foot down.
You can only go this way.
Right. Right. But the best thing is, say, like that part you just went through, even though you did slip, it's a little sideways, especially in the mossy part.
Yeah.
So like in that slippery stuff, I goosed the gas and my tire did slip out from under me, as I went through that moss.
Yeah.
One, my tire's bald. Two, I hammered the throttle in the slippery stuff.
Okay.
You should try to be smooth in the slippery stuff. But the most important thing is when you see that little section, like, you've got a few seconds to plan how you're going to attack it. And you just want to make sure, obviously every situation is different, but for like that, I would want to make sure that I carried not a lot of speed, but enough speed that I didn't have to put my feet down.
Yeah. It just was a little frightening to me.
I know.
It was scary.
Just trying to come up with any advice
It's
I
helpful.
can think of.
Thank you.